Live and Local is proudly sponsored by Hometown Restyling, Imon Communications, Tice Automotive, Waln Collision Center, and Zine. This is a presentation of KCRG TV9 Live Events. Join KCRG TV9 in recognizing the hard work all of our graduates have accomplished this year. Congratulations, graduates.
Hello, I am Superintendent Dr. Tawana Grover. I am honored to welcome you to this special celebration of the Cedar Rapids Community School District's class of 2024. Today we come together to recognize and applaud the hard work, dedication, and achievements of our remarkable graduates. This is a significant milestone in their lives as they explore plans for their future. Let us take a moment to reflect on the journey that has brought them here and the limitless possibilities that lie ahead. So to the graduates of Jefferson, Kennedy, Metro, and Washington High Schools, we say congratulations.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2024 Jefferson High School Commencement Ceremony. Thank you for sharing this event with our faculty and the graduating seniors. At this time, we are ready for the graduates to enter the arena. Please rise and remain standing for the processional and the instrumental version of the Star-Spangled Banner.
You may be seated. Good evening. My name is Sophia White, and it is my honor to welcome you all to the commencement ceremony for the Thomas Jefferson High School graduating class of 2024. To the parents, grandparents, guardians, teachers, administrators, school board members, superintendent, and the rest of the audience, thank you for joining us in celebrating this momentous occasion for this year's graduating class. I want to say congratulations to all those who made it here today as graduates, as we did not have the easiest path here, but we did it, and we did it well. Memories are a funny thing. The memories of our shared time will forever be with us, whether it was on the field, the stage, or in the hallway. These past 4 years, we have grown alongside one another and experienced things we never will again. Through our shared memories, we have shaped each other into who we are now. Whether it was directly or not, I would not be who I am today without the influence of all of you. The support we gave each other from the stands or an auditorium seat, and the joy we felt seeing our classmates cheer for us, have created shared experiences that influenced all of us. We have sat back and watched kids we've known since preschool, or since last year, become adults. We have built relationships and broken them, loved others and disagreed with them, had our best days and our worst, but we were together through it all. As we sit here and watch our fellow graduates walk across the stage, half of us will be asking our neighbor, "Have you seen them before? Because I've never seen them before in my life." And that's the funny thing about memories. We've been together for the past 4 years, spent our entire first year staring at each other on a Google Meet, and we still don't recognize one another. That's why I ask that you look around and choose who you want to remember. Will you remember your teammates, classmates, best friends? As we are together for one last night, it is your final chance to create memories with these people. Give the compliment you always wanted to give, or thank your favorite teacher for whatever makes them your favorite, or even make amends with someone you haven't spoken to in a while. This is our last night to make memories all together, so make it worth remembering. For those of us who had a pseudo-photographer as a parent, there is no worry about memorializing my past or any event in my life, whether it's graduation or a first grade slumber party. While sifting through my dad's Adventures of Sophia album, that includes 9,708 photos, and counting, and videos of me, I can only be grateful to be able to have something to look at that represents my past and the few events that I remember. So I implore you, take pictures today. Take a selfie with everyone you love, your favorite teachers, maybe even with peers you just met today. Because memories are so fickle, having pictures to look back on will mean the world when you can't remember today clearly in a few years. If there was any day of the past 4 years to memorialize on Snapchat or Be Real, today would be the day. And even if you forget, you'll be reminded with a 1 year ago today notification. A decade from now, some of you may meet up as old high school friends and reminisce on today. Some will remember this day clearly, others not so much. Most of you probably won't remember the speech if the glazed over eyes or anything to go by, but what matters the most is what we do remember. Whether that's people or events or emotions, we'll remember what holds importance to us. It may all be intertwined now into a mess of memories labeled high school for most people, but there will always be those few outliers that stick out. My outliers revolve around the fine arts because it became my life the past 3 years. There hasn't been a day that I haven't been somewhere in the fine arts wing since my sophomore year. For others, the same could be said about sports, and most of their time was spent on the field or in the weight room. I applaud those of you who can say their time was spent in all areas of the building. We can only hold on tight to the moment and hope it never slips through our fingers. Any one of us could fall victim to lost memories. Even if today becomes a lost memory, we will be moving forward to create more soon. Our high school lives end here, but tomorrow, and every day forward, will be the start of something worth remembering. Tomorrow starts our new beginnings. Soon high school will be far behind us, and these years will be long forgotten. But for today, relish in the connections you have with those around you. Savor the time we have left together, because soon it will only be memories. Congratulations, class of 2024. Enjoy this moment. We've earned it. Next, I would like to introduce our first speaker of the evening, sharing their reflections, Shakira Brunson, who will give her speech, Opportunities in This Change. Thank you.
As of right now, I can say I know a bit about starting over, about new beginnings. I was raised in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania. Throughout my days, I only knew two things. One, the daytime was meant for play, whether that was at daycare, primary school, home, or in the broad back alleyway where all the neighborhood kids would gather. Two, I knew for certain that this routine of waking up, my mom getting my sister and me ready for school, going to school, and coming home to play until it was time to do it again the next day would be my reality forever. That, however, would be my first encounter with change. In July of 2015, my family packed up and moved to Iowa. Now, my family is from Monrovia, Liberia on the west coast of Africa. My dad, who's this short Liberian man, has a thick accent. When he would say, "We are going to Iowa," I would just roll my eyes and say, "Okay, sure." I wholeheartedly thought he was trying to say Ohio, but because of his thick accent, he couldn't pronounce it. Granted, I was only 8. Sorry, Dad. It wasn't until the 13th hour of the road trip to our new destination that I saw the Welcome to Iowa sign. That sign was the confirmation of a new beginning for me. My family and I arrived in Muscatine with no expectations. Somehow, I vividly remember the first drive we took in town the morning after arriving. We were not impressed. The building seemed too dingy, the streets were too clunky, and the people seemed too reserved. At first glance, it seemed like there was no life there for me. One thing my family desperately wanted to accomplish was finding a church, and after a while, we found the Salvation Army. We ended up spending almost all our days there. My little sister and I attended their after-school program. My family attended Sunday service, and we went to the summer camp. It was basically our second home. We found our community, and with that, the dingy buildings turned into historical beauties. The clunky streets turned into familiar roads I couldn't wait to walk upon. The people who seemed too far to reach turned into family. After 4 years of living a life I was comfortable in, we packed up and moved to Cedar Rapids. This was another experience with change that at the time stripped away my happiness. After the move in 2019, I started at Wilson Middle School at the beginning of 8th grade. It was hard for me to come into a new town with new people in a new school where no one knew me. I had no idea how I was going to do it. Oh my God, I thought I was going to die. I still don't know how I did it, but I can say with confidence that I did not die. This change would not be the one to kill me. In fact, this change encouraged me to avoid the stereotypical middle school friendship quarrels, the bad choices one makes to fit in. I almost lost myself in that place, but life handed me situations that allowed me to change and find my voice. Now, I'm not talking about the voice that some of you had the privilege of hearing during the show choir showcase, but the voice that stands up for deep-rooted morals and rebukes the mask of blending in with the crowd. Accepting change like that is not some superpower that only I possess, but this is something that the entirety of us are capable of and prepared for. Moving made me realize that though things are not permanent, there is opportunity in every change. When you consider our high school experience, you will find that the class of 2024 is uniquely equipped for any change we may experience. Think about it, we started as freshmen on computers fully. Then, by the end of the semester, we shifted to being remote or coming in person to learn. So by our real first year of high school, which was still socially distant, we were in our third learning environment. In these final 2 years of high school, it's been a more normal experience, yet nothing about our daily schedules have been normal. Those have changed several times as well. I could also layer in our experience with the swatting calls and the random extended school day and probably a whole host of other weird experiences. But again, the glorious thing is we know change. We know how to pivot and adjust and adapt. It is our normal. We have survived change in a way that is so unexplainable. We survived all of this because we learned to accept change in a way that is almost adventurous. Every day, every year, we are able to move forward, asking ourselves, what's next? We may not understand it now, and maybe we will never know the full effect of these years until we go through something that makes us remember how prepared we are for this. We have adapted into any environment that has been thrown upon us, and with brave faces, we will adapt to these upcoming variation of punches that life has for us. And soon, the once dreadful changes will turn into familiar occurrences that we appreciate and see the beauty in. I want to personally thank everyone who has helped us throughout these transformative years. With the help of our teachers who informed us of all the opportunities that lay ahead, we have learned to effectively become big picture thinkers. Because of this, we can look at all the possibilities. They are abundantly flowing at us through the big lenses. I want to thank all of the staff who have devoted their days to making sure we become people future generations can be proud of. I want to show gratitude to the folks who have shown us kindness, even on the days we rolled out of bed with an attitude just because it's Monday. I want to thank everyone who has encouraged the parents, who has encouraged us to continue, to the coaches and mentors who reminded us to keep our heads up, and to the parents who have lived these past few years with our success on their minds. I cherish you, and I thank you so, so very much. I can't truthfully say I'm sad to see this era of my life end. There's a lot I hope to accomplish in this next portion of my life, and I'm excited to see what comes along with it. I know that change is hard. We are all going through it right this very moment, but we have to remember that whatever is looming is accompanied by new beginnings. These changes, unlike my past ones, don't have to be dreaded. We have the chance to carry with us the lessons we learned, the memories cherished, and dreams we have pursued. Remember, each step forward is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to make a difference. Class of 2024, as we bid farewell to this chapter of our lives, let us take a moment to reflect on how those changes equipped us for this moment. What have we learned? How have we grown? Who have we become? Let us welcome the endless possibilities of the future with enthusiasm and hope. Congratulations, and may your journey be filled with success, fulfillment, and joy. Thank you. The music department will now perform 2 selections, America the Beautiful and The Road Home.
Would the audience please stand for the Jefferson Loyalty Song?
Please be seated. My name is Sydney Proctor, and it is my pleasure this evening to introduce several guests who are seated on stage and who will participate in the graduation ceremony. Members of the Cedar Rapids Community School District Board of Directors will present diplomas to the graduates. Please reserve your applause until all are introduced. Mrs. Cindy Garlock, Mrs. Nancy Humbles, Mrs. Marcy Roundtree. I I would also like to introduce Dr. Tawana Grover, Superintendent of Cedar Rapids Community School District, Mr. Ryan Reedstrom, Chief of Staff, and Mr. Mark Timmerman, Chief of Schools. On behalf of Jefferson's class of 2024, I would like to offer our sincere thanks for the efforts of these board members and central office administrators. I would now like to introduce salutatorian Amelia Gray-Cottrell.
I would now like to introduce this year's 22 valedictorians. Will they please rise and remain standing until all names are called? Fatima Al-Abdul Rasul, Carmody Catlin, Ethan Caton, Cade Chisholm, Caden Davis, Christina Egger, McKenna Felton, Shannon Freno, Joseph Heron, Nicole Hodel, Kylie Howlett, Madison Mersel, Kelly Morgan, Paige Morgan, Mary Morningstar, Jessica O'Brien, Tristan Pomatap, Josepha Pryor, Sydney Proctor, Shelby Viffian, Sophia White, and Austin Wilcox. I would now like to introduce senior Cade Chisholm.
Good evening. As we gather here tonight to celebrate this momentous occasion, we find ourselves at a crossroads of endings and beginnings. Tonight we celebrate the culmination, the end-all be-all of our work throughout the last 4 years. However, in a way, our work has just only begun as we enter a world filled with new challenges and wonder. So while we take a moment to commemorate the tremendous achievements of the class of 2024, let us celebrate the new beginnings awaiting us. As a child, one of my favorite stories was The Little Engine That Could. I'm sure many of you have heard it before, but it is the story of a small train that is faced with a near insurmountable obstacle of getting over a mountain. When ascending the mountain with a load of toys on its back, the little engine repeats to himself the phrase, "I think I can," and he keeps moving forward. As silly as it may sound, I relate our high school journey to that of the little engine. As we finish the insurmountable mountain that is high school graduation, we continue to move forward towards whatever mountain may come next. When reflecting on our time at Jefferson, a word that often comes to mind is resiliency. I'd like to think of it as a part of our culture. In the face of struggle and adversity, we continuously found a way to keep moving forward. Whether it be a global pandemic, natural disaster, losing streaks, homework overloads, swatting calls, or even the tragedy of death, we found a way to endure and overcome. Not every test was perfect, and not every grade reached 100%. Not every competition was won, nor was every performance flawless. We made countless mistakes and failed more times than we'd like to mention. At certain moments, it felt like we couldn't have been any further from perfection. Yet we failed forward with the goal of perfection in mind. Although we may have never quite achieved perfection, our resilient pursuit helped us reach some amazing heights, and for that I commend you all. Now let us take this resilient spirit into the next chapter of our lives. The idea, though, of new beginnings can still seem daunting. The uncertainty of the future is a fearful thought as we are forced to step outside of our comfort zones. We are forced to confront the possibility of failure. Yet it is in these new beginnings that set us up for a future of success. Not every moment will be filled with success, and it is inevitable that there will be times of failure. However, I have been told that the only true failure in life is the inability to learn from one's mistakes. So when confronted with the possibility of failure, we must fully embrace it. Embrace each mistake and shortcoming, as well as every epic failure. Failure is simply an opportunity for growth, and it is proven today. For undoubtedly, each and every one of us has failed at some point over the last 4 years. Yet we sit here today not as failures, but as graduates, ready to enter a new world with countless more opportunities. Opportunities to learn, grow, and adjust like we have so many times before. So as we enter a new beginning, embrace the future and all of its mountains, as it will only bring you closer to success. Throughout our time at Jefferson, we've had countless opportunities to learn in the classroom. But perhaps the lessons we learned were not just meant to be confined to a classroom. I often think that the learning we did was never quite about using the color symbolism of the Great Gatsby to deeply analyze the problems of our society, nor was it ever about using trigonometry to solve all the problems of the world. You see, perhaps the countless stories we heard from Mr. Peterson, or the abundance of math problems we did with Mr. Galloway, was never meant to simply be about literature or math. Perhaps the purpose of our schooling was more about the struggle and power in acquiring knowledge, rather than the content of the knowledge itself. Now, this is a concept that reaches far beyond a grade, or a classroom, or a school, as similarly to perfection, knowledge is never fully obtained. But it is our tenacity and resilient pursuit of knowledge that allows our failures to be forward-moving and not look the same. So as we continue into a new phase of life, may we always carry with us the relentless pursuit of knowledge. For a very smart man once told me that our knowledge is a power that can never be taken away, and it is what we will use to adeptly conquer whatever mountain we choose to climb next. Lastly, as we embark on this new journey of life, let us not forget those who have helped us along the way. Let us not forget those teachers, coaches, friends, and most importantly, family that would constantly build us up even when ourselves wouldn't. Those that would say, "I think you can," and propel you on your journey up the mountain. It is those for whom we could find comfort in the darkest of times, and we are eternally grateful for the sacrifice and belief in us. They have been our rock and guiding light, a model of resilience that has inspired us to become the people we are today, and we all owe them our sincerest thanks. So here's to the class of 2024, not just to all of our current accomplishments, but to all we still have yet to accomplish and overcome in the future. Here's to new beginnings and the endless possibilities that provide us to achieve measures beyond our wildest dreams. And here's to our crossroads that celebrates the mountains we've climbed and those we have yet to conquer. Once again, congratulations, class of 2024, and may you ever stay resilient, fail forward, and ultimately find success. Thank you. I would now like to introduce valedictorian Austin Wilcox, who will introduce this year's salutatorians.
Now that you have met the valedictorians and heard their reflections, it is our pleasure to introduce the salutatorians. Will they please rise and remain standing until all names are called? Will the audience please hold your applause until all 8 salutatorians are introduced? Tristan Cassidy, Jace Colberly, Austin Deal, Amelia Gray Cottrell, Josue Guerrero, Elijah Hardy, Mariah Lake, Alexis McCoy. Congratulations to these classmates. You may be seated. I would now like to introduce valedictorian Kelly Morgan.
I would like to introduce you to some of the academic achievements of the class of 2024. Seniors, your past 4 years at Jefferson High School have sped by. Now, it is time to take a few moments to look back on our past accomplishments. In terms of academics, co-curricular activities, and citizenship in this class and this school, they have proven themselves admirable. Let's start by looking at the academic accomplishments of the class of 2024. Your program provides explanations of several academic honors, including the selection process for valedictorians and salutatorians, students who were introduced to you earlier this evening. Obviously, the students and those elite groups have taken their academic responsibilities at Jefferson very seriously, and they are deserving of the recognition they have received. In fact, there are 30 members of this class with 4.0 plus GPAs. They are not, however, the only excellent students in this class. We would like to introduce you to many more. At the 2024 Senior Recognition event, academic recognition was provided to many members of this class. Your program describes the qualification standards for students receiving the Presidential Education Award for membership in the Academic Honors Program with Distinction, National Honor Society, the Jayhawk Credit Club, and for earning the Jefferson Academic Letter. Those qualification standards are rigorous, and to earn any one of them is worthy of high praise. In fact, 23 of tonight's graduates received a certificate from President Biden because they qualified for the Presidential Education Award. 59 graduates have been inducted into Jefferson's chapter of the National Honor Society. 138 have received the academic letter, and more may qualify once spring term grades have been included on the transcripts. 41 students are wearing the medals for our academic honors program, and an additional 58 are wearing medals for having met the more challenging standards of the Honors with Distinction program. 74 students are wearing blue honor cords this evening, indicating that they have earned 54 or more credits while at Jefferson. 417 4- and 5-year department awards were given in the content areas of language arts, math, science, social studies, world language, and Project Lead the Way. 4 members of this class earned excellent attendance during their 4 years in high school. I am pleased to announce that 215 members of this class have achieved the distinction of qualifying for one or more of these academic honors. Would those 215 students please stand for our recognition? Congratulations on your academic success at Jefferson. Of course, these are not the only ways to measure academic success. The graduates just mentioned, and others in the class as well, have been the recipients of countless other honors, including academic scholarships that will be used at many colleges and universities this fall. That statement speaks volumes about the academic commitment of the members of the class of 2024. As a class, we are to be commended. I would now like to introduce Sarah Jungling, who will discuss our accomplishments and activities.
As in the academic arena, members of this class have enjoyed their participation in Jefferson's numerous co-curricular activities. Students learn valuable lessons and enjoy lasting memories on these teams and ensembles. Some examples of that success include the following. The 2024 academic decathlon team won the state championship for the 24th consecutive year. The team, yeah, right? The team represented Iowa at the national competition in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in April, placing 4th in the large school division at the national competition. Vocal music programs at Jefferson excel at state and national levels. Many groups, including West Side Delegation, Ovation, Amabile, Varsity Singers, Bella Voce, and Meister Singers travel regionally and nationally, and their success is phenomenal. They have earned an impressive series of Division I honors in state competitions at State Solo and Ensemble Festival, State Large Group Festival. The program has also been active in the community, providing music for the Rotary Club, the Freedom Foundation ribbon cutting ceremony, and an event for the Cedar Rapids Community School District. Instrumental music has prepared performances for Kingston Stadium, all state auditions, and state festivals. In addition to local concerts, they have achieved 44 years of consecutive Division I superior ratings at State Marching Band Festival. The Wind Symphony appeared as an invited guest ensemble at the Truman State University. And Jazz Band completed another professional recording with the Corridor Jazz Project. They are thrilled to perform in the Powerhouse tonight for our graduating class of 2024. Jefferson's theater program reached new levels of excellence this year with 4 exciting shows, including the dramas Number the Stars and Little Women, as well as our spring musical Mary Poppins. Our Playtime Poppy children's production, Grimm Brothers Fairy Tale Repair Shop, was awarded first place at Iowa State Thespian Festival
and it will be performed for an audience of students from across the country and around the world at the International Thespian Festival this June at Indiana University in Bloomington. Would all of the graduates who participated in academic decathlon, vocal or instrumental music, theater, art, or speech during their years at Jefferson, and the staff members who directed them, please stand. We would like to give you one last ovation in recognition of your excellent work in fine arts. You may be seated. I would like to introduce fellow class member Madison Mersel.
In addition to the fine arts and academics, athletic competition provides many valuable lessons and memories. Nearly 1,000 students participated in athletics yearly as part of the 22 interscholastic sports teams. They have competed in state tournaments and playoffs and have enjoyed success in the Mississippi Valley Conference, perhaps the premier large school conference in Iowa. As they graduate tonight, they take with them great memories of their participation in sports at Jefferson. Highlights in the athletic arena include state participants in Special Olympics, wrestling, cheerleading, cross country, swimming and diving, track, tennis, and bowling. Would all the members of the class of 2024 who have participated in athletics at Jefferson and would the staff members who have coached them stand? We salute you for your commitment to the excellence in the realm of athletics. It would be easy to continue to talk about the journalism program, the math team, the various programs that make up Jefferson's Service Club, Palms, Cheer Squad, Dance Team, Building Trades, Trap Shooting Club, Black Student Union, Latinx Club, Pacific Islander Club, GSA, Earth Club, Interact Club, Math Club, Student Council, and the numerous other clubs that exist at the school. In every case, the message would be similar. Students enjoying a successful program being led by a caring, competent adult. Will the students involved in these programs and any other clubs at Jefferson please stand for our applause? Now let me reintroduce our principal, Ms. Jessica Luna.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the valedictorians and salutatorians for a job well done tonight. They have been important leaders in the success of the class of 2024, and their thoughtful and articulate comments have set the tone for an outstanding commencement ceremony. At this time, would the salutatorians and valedictorians please return to their seats? Of course, the successes these students have enjoyed would not be possible without the help of many, many people who have played critical roles in preparing them for tonight's celebration. First are the educators who have worked with these students at Jefferson. I will introduce them in groups. Please hold your applause until all are standing. Associate Principals, Miss Lori Bateman, Mr. Chris Dean, and Mr. Charlie Getzinger. Counselors, Mrs. Kimberly Abram, Miss Jamie Cummins, Mr. Jason Edwards, and Miss Judy McIntosh. PACT Coordinator, Mr. Kevin Darrow, and NHS Advisor, Mrs. Teresa Fetkeather, both helped in the preparation of tonight's ceremony. Mr. John O'Connor served these students as the class sponsor. His work culminated recently with the completion of a successful prom and after-prom party. 29 additional teachers are senior forum advisors, and many of them have worked with the same students for all 4 years of high school. Finally, the remainder of the Jefferson faculty, please stand and be recognized. Please be seated. 2 Jefferson staff members are retiring this year. Would Mr. Brian Reynolds and Miss Lori Bateman please stand? Thank you for your long-term commitment and loyalty to our school, staff, and especially our students. Education is a team effort. Teachers are critical, as are the school board members and central office personnel we met earlier in the program. So are the professional office staff members who work with students and families every day. Some of those people are here tonight. Several other office staff members are seated in the audience and have worked to make tonight's event go smoothly. They are Bridget McWhorter, Principal Secretary, who spent hours helping to prepare for tonight's program. Callie Bina, Melissa Lewis, Carrie Dean, Wendy Freeman, and retiring Activities Secretary after 30 years of service at Jefferson, Jackie Simmons. These wonderful individuals help our students on a daily basis. Thank you so much for all you do on behalf of the students at Jefferson. I know that I would not have made it through this first year without any of you. Thank you. Class of 2024. As I look upon this amazing group of students, I am reminded of my own journeys in life and the many, many new beginnings I've encountered over the years. This very school year is one of my most recent new beginnings. I spent most of my early career in elementary education, and if someone had said to me that I would one day be a high school principal giving a speech at graduation to an audience this large, I would have shyly laughed and thought they were crazy. And yet, here we are. I would never have imagined that my life journey of turns, twists, lows, and highs would have brought me to this very moment. That my failures, wins, perseverance, tenacity, and grit would have led me to all of you, to this moment, to Jefferson. Class of 2024, you have challenged me, supported me, and guided me through a year of new beginnings. I have watched you persevere through fear and uncertainty. I have watched you lean on one another and support each other through conversation, visibility, and charity. I have witnessed you struggle, hurt, and continue to show up anyway. Whether it was the state send-offs, cheering for your peers, allowing me to join the student section at football games, using your voice to advocate for yourself and others, providing outreach to our West Side community, or simply showing up each and every day, you gave a renewed sense of hope and purpose to each day. You reminded me of why I entered into education in the first place. You provided me with an opportunity to begin again in my pursuit of ensuring every student is provided the opportunity to thrive in a learning environment that recognizes their individuality and potential. As a proud child of hardworking immigrant parents, I have learned many lessons throughout my life, overcome adversity, and persevere through many new beginnings. I look at all of your faces and am reminded of the hope, excitement, and sometimes fear that can exist for you all in this moment. You are finishing a chapter of your lives and embarking on a new one. You have the possibility, change, hope, challenge, barriers, and success all waiting in front of you. Embrace them fully. I am simply in awe of you. You are my first graduating class as a high school principal. You have been such an integral part of my own new beginning journey, and I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to fully express what this journey has been like alongside you all. It truly makes me hopeful for the future of our community and world, knowing that you are going to begin your new chapter in life and embrace every opportunity. You will add your unique talents, compassion, and grit to a world that so desperately needs it. And you will persevere through all of it, making the world better simply because you choose to show up for it. Remember that whatever life brings you next, embrace its possibilities. Move forward in knowing that although you may fail and experience hardships, your tenacity, talent, and unwavering determination will help you find success. You are capable of whatever you set your mind to, so take in the moment, celebrate this tremendous milestone in your life, and continue forward with a willingness to embrace the unknown, knowing that you've got this because you are and will forever be a Jayhawk. I would like to now reintroduce Superintendent Dr. Grover.
Thank you so much, Principal Luna. It seems like to me the theme of the evening is new beginnings. So I want to first start off by thanking the staff, the community, and the students of Jefferson High School for being the most encouraging part of my new beginning, being this is my first full year as the superintendent of Cedar Rapids Community School District. I've watched you overcome so much, things that were seen and unseen. And I watched you do it with class and integrity, with strength and hope that many of us could lean on. And so for that, I better understand why they say that the West Side is the best side. On tonight, on behalf of the Board of Education and our district administration, we're gathered here today to celebrate you, class of 2024. As the river crests and overtakes its banks today, it is a haunting reminder of what this city has endured and what you seniors have overcome. I'm reminded that your 8th grade year was cut short, as well as the derecho disrupted the beginning of your 9th grade year. But these pandemics, great tragedies, and other events, it did not set you back. So, like in 2008 and 2013, the floods did not set Cedar Rapids back. You grew up on the West Side, steeped in tradition, hard work, and resilience. A part of town that rises up to shock the world every time it gets knocked down. A part of town that bleeds blue in more ways than one. So for that, I say, I guess it's all right that you have something to prove. Graduates, you are a force to be reckoned with. Your roots run deep, your spirits are strong. You've weathered the storms and you will rise again. As Jefferson graduates, you carry the spirit of our community. You are an unbreakable bond that reminds us the lessons and the memories you hold dear. It's the generosity at the annual holiday dinner that I've heard so much about, of how you bring the entire community together. You've heard the many accolades given by your peers tonight. The sound of metal jingling, the sight of cords and ribbons of the caps and gowns, a sight that never looked better. You are a beacon of light, illuminating the world, embracing and uplifting diversity, and living in an unbreakable community. You are a force to be reckoned with, and you will shock the world. So I guess it is okay that you have something to prove. As you move on from this place, remember your brilliance and let it light up every part of you. Take everything with you of what it means to wear blue. You are on the threshold of greatness, so do not doubt yourself. You have what it takes, and please don't hold it back, because I guess it is okay that you have something to prove. Proceed with confidence, conquer every place, and make it your own. It is up to you to determine your destination from here on. So on behalf of the Cedar Rapids Community School District, we say to you, class of 2024, congratulations, you have earned it.
Members of the board, ladies and gentlemen, these members of the Jefferson High School class of 2024 have met the requirements set forth in district policy and state law. Therefore, we are at this time prepared to present to them their diplomas. Fatima Al-Abdul Rasul. Khadija Abdi. Adonis Ajeti. Mason Akers. Feza Alfani. Chloe Renee Anderson. Madison Connor Anderson. Brianna Arojo. Ricky Arenas. Kiera Monet Armin. Aspen Armstrong. Roseberly Agusma. Alphonse Ayubu. Amaya Baker. Shakuru Balike. Amia Ballard. Mauricio Barroso. Joseph Barrow. Avery Bascom. Brooklyn Bennett. Caden Birch. Odella Bismurani. Preston Blanchett. Loki Balumbu. Jalen Borseth. Chloe Boyer. Carter Brunson. Lanaya Monet Brown. Davion Cameron Bruce. Shakira Kanai Brunson. Faith Bryant. Trinity Burnell. Alex Biamungu. Bradley Cable. Colin Cano. Tristan Cassidy. Logan Cassell. Carmody Catlin. Ethan Catin. Rodney Saline. Gaishan Cineas. Kaylin Chaddick. Julio Chavez. Cade Chisholm. Regardi Shoot. Parker Chima. Caitlin Cleffish. Izzy Clemens. Dawson Clinton. Jace Coberly. Tallulah Coleman. Chelsea Meshalita Coleman. Emerson Collins. Adia Cooey. Carter Cooper. Kiari Cooper. Malone Coulter. Davion Crowder. Kaylee Cruz Perez. Caden Davis. Austin Deal. Roy DeWitt. Diego Vital. Kalina Dockham. Grace Drager. Logan Dvorak. Christina Egger. Marissa Eiler. Abigail Eilers. Wamini Ekyochi. Renaya Elon. Ryan Ellis. Dakota Emerson. D'Angelo Eveland. McKenna Felton. Noe Fleetwood Flores. Landon Flores. Mia Flores. Journey Franks. Shannon Freno. Trenton Frondel. Peyton Galvan. Ayana Germain. Braden Gibbs. Ben Gowdy. Gage Grady. Callie Grayland. Amelia Gray Cottrell. Braden Groff. Josue Guerrero. Shawnee Harden. Elijah Hardy. Nick Harms. Maya Harris. Calais Howley. Chase Heath. Joseph Heron. Avery Heyer. Yolanda Hernandez Leon. Micaiah Heshe. Samantha Hill. Alexis Hilton. Nicole Hodel. Avanis Hodges. Ernest Braden Hofer. Adric Hogan. Jadon Hopkins. Sherman Hopkins. Jasmine Horning. Kylie Howlett. Tasha Hurt. Tyler Houston. Noah Huxford. Gerald Irakozy. Guinevere Jack. Marilena Jacobs. Taviantre Johnson. Daniel Jones. Elijah Jordan. Jaden Jordan. Aiden Judge. Aisha Juma. Grace Jungling. Sarah Jungling. Ty Carr. Francesca Castellan. Finley Kelly. Kiera Kellogg. Tulia Zawadi Kibukila. Caden Kitchens. Molly Katuza. Cody Klink. Nicholas Knutson. Brinley Crambier. Carl Krampitz. Riley Kennan. Sifa Kundu. Connor Lake. Mariah Lake. Mazzy Lambert. Ryan Land. Cadence Loffridge. Kamara Leach. Rylan Loeffler. Kason Love. Peter Mame. Jennifer Mapendo. Kanaya Martin. Lily Matheny. Wendy Maxime. Alexis McCoy. Taylor McCusker. Dylan McMahon. Mackenzie McWhorter. Kinnick Meyer. Irma Mahia. Madison Mercel. Karma Meyer. Landon Myers. Ayana Miller. Aiden Mitz. Ayana Moeller. Deasia Monroe. Javi Moody. Kelly Morgan. Paige Morgan. Tatum Morgan. Piper Moriarty. Henry Moritz. Mary Morningstar. Blake Morris. Lakin Mosher. Glory Empore. Mediatrice Muhawini Mana. Jenna Mullen. Joey Mullet. Kimberly Mullen. Ali Mwalimu. Jonathan Willari. Gabrielle Myers. Jacob Nassif. Ferdinand Duimana. Wesley Nelson. Kayana Nevels. Anna Niyogushima. Micheline Nyantezi. Regan Novak. Jile Shimirimana. Simon Neteterezi. Alliance Niyira Mahirwe. Jessica O'Brien. John Aiden O'Connor. Spencer Olhauser. Ava Olson. Alexander Overturf. Elijah Palfrey. Marissa Panos Blackcloud. Evan Parrott. Alyssa Patton. Giselle Pearson. Jeremiah Pfeiffer. Cassandra Perez. Wardley Fanord. Jacob Phillips. Tristan Pomatep. Ivan Pinion. Maya Pipkin. Joshua Pryor. Sydney Proctor. Juan Pablo Ramirez. Kamora Randolph. Thad Rasmussen. Jaden Reagan Robinson. Selena Rendon. Ava Reidenhauer. Zaire Ridgel. Peyton Roberts. Zach Roberts. Sunny Robinson. Zachariah Robinson. Kylie Rollison. Austin Rutherford. Colby Lee Ruziska. Diamond Saba. Cameron Salvador. Siriana Salioga. Curtis Sanders. Anthony Santos Guadalupe. Killian Schlofelt. Darby Schnell. Caitlin Schooley. Carter Schooley. Kiera Schooley. Gabe Schuster. Marnie Ringland Sedick. Maya Shackelford Tischer. Ian Shandstrom. Colton Shaw. Jabril Shaw. Cody Shuckers. Blake Seams. Ernest Smith. Brianna Soper. Harrison Steele. Ariana Stevens. Lauren Stokes. Krishawn Taylor. Kylie Thomas. Nadia Thomas. Yulisa Torres. Anna Tuyisenge. Alice Uwitanzi. Brooklyn Van Dee. Shelby Vivian. Lindsay Wakeland. Carter Warson. Dante Washington. Jessica Waterman. Sophia White. Austin Wilcox. Jemiah Williams. Caden Wilson. Gabriel Wise. Trinity Wolf. Colin Woods. Ava Woodward. Dalia Wolfork. Marissa Wright. Olivia Young. Drunisha Zanelli. Patty Zarita Gonzalez.
Live and Local is proudly sponsored by Hometown Restyling, Imon Communications, Tice Automotive, Waln Collision Center, and Zine.